episode of Open Homes. A dream home in a dream location. A home utilising innovative building materials. We see what's behind this striking facade. A special tour of House 5 from the block. And a home in Adelaide filled with surprises.
I've just come through a tunnel, the house is above, and I'm in this Gothic wine club cellar thing.
We going up. Come with us as we step inside. First up, we're starting with a bang. This build in Palm Beach on the Gold Coast is sure to get you dreaming. Jason, this design's your masterpiece. Tell us about what you've done here and why you've done it.
Well, the brief was to create two beautiful high-end apartments with a rooftop that's split, overlooking a beautiful ocean, amazing pools that we'll see a little bit later on, and basement car parking for both as well.
So Nick, what was your brief to Jason?
I guess the biggest thing for us was that it doesn't look like a duplex. It doesn't look like units. It kind of looks like the one house.
It does, because when I arrived here, I actually didn't know what I was turning up to. Initially, I thought it was a house.
Yeah.
So I guess you've sort of created these apartments in more of a discreet way. It looks very residential, and that is a bit unique. So Jason, talk us through what you've used on the facade.
So on the facade, we've used beautiful timber battens, beautiful rock coat render that's textured, and a really natural finish. We've used grass pavers for the driveway just to give it a whole lot more of a green entry, as well as obviously the pools are a real feature, cantilevered off the end of the building with a beautiful glass window. That'd have to be one of the highlights.
She had promising eyes like I see this moment in hindsight. That was a moment in time. I fell in the mode in a blind light, watching us dance from the sidelines. Vibes ride through hive mind, hand on the hip, handle it.
So that rock coat wall that's featured on the exterior, that also carries inside. Is that what we're looking at in here?
Absolutely.
Exactly the same product?
It is the same product. We've used it externally and internally on the ceiling coffers, as well as some of the beautiful feature walls inside.
So the rock coat product has been applied basically top to bottom, so fully from outside, exterior, all the way up to 3 stories. And also inside, as you can see here, through the kitchen, across all the walls, cabinets. So we're seeing more and more high-end builders and applicators, architects use this product now, because you have those natural finishes that can be used inside and out. The product is definitely environmentally friendly. So when Bob and Chris Cameron started the company 40 years ago, their main goal was to have a product that is eco-friendly, cleanses the air on the inside when you use the natural materials, something that humans are meant to live around, that's not harsh on the environment, production-wise, doesn't cost the earth.
Nick, you've built a lot of homes, so you probably have a very good idea about what you want in a home. Did that make the process helpful, and what did you ask for?
Yeah, so given the location, car parking is a big issue around here, so, we wanted as many cars as we could fit in here. And then we want all the key items, like cellars and pools and gyms and, just, I guess, everything to make it user-friendly and appealing to everyone.
Nick, you and your wife have come up with the interior finishes. Do you typically keep to a similar scheme? You tend to lean to the neutrals, right?
Yeah, we tend to lean to the neutrals. I guess the safer, more subtle kind of feel. This one we went sort of, pretty organic, lots of natural materials, micro cement floors, render everywhere, natural stone. We try and bring the outside in a lot, so, bring in a lot of greenery.
The curves throughout this home are probably most prominent in this space.
It's probably all off the back of the organic feel of the entire structure. The curves obviously bring that beauty of that the outdoors in. We've got curves from walls across en-suites, around bed. The planter boxes are curved. Everything has curves through. I think it's just that continuity that we spoke of earlier.
Yeah, it's on my mind. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. Been leaving it overdue whenever I'm close to you. It's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time.
Well, the ocean's so close you can actually smell it, which feels amazing. There's this beautiful ocean breeze happening this afternoon. Do you hang out a lot up here? You must.
We spend a fair bit of time up here, yeah, afternoons, mornings.
And that pool is pretty spectacular. Is that your design, Jason?
It's probably a collaborative thing between myself and Nick. We're working on more and more projects with pools up on the rooftop these days, starting to take in all those beautiful views rather than having them sunk down back into natural ground or spaces that aren't so high priority.
Well, you two have worked together on so many projects now that you've got it down to a finer art, and that must be really reassuring when you're going into what's a pretty big, expensive project. And again, together, you've done an exceptional job, and thanks for having us through.
It's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time. Can't be too soon to chance these big moves.
Up next, this home using smart building materials. Next up, a house using innovative building materials.
We all know Australians are suffering right now through one of the biggest housing crises in our history. So I'm about to catch up with Nick, who has come up with a brilliant solution for that. Well, Nick, you don't see this every day. Obviously, the cost of living crisis is a very hot topic at the moment in Australia, housing affordability, the rental crisis as well. And it seems as though you found a solution to that problem.
I think I have, yes. It's a rooming house concept, the old boarding house terminology, but it's a really efficient way of putting a number of people under roof, really. That's what it is.
Well, I'm guilty of it. When I think of rooming house or boarding house, I think of a super rundown house that's really old, that has one bathroom and there's like 10 tenants living in it and they're all on top of each other.
Yeah, no, this is quite a bit different. Everyone's got their own ensuite within their room. There's a common area, of course, which you have to have, but generally they can stay in their room if they want. They can mingle in the common areas. It's up to them.
So you've built homes in the past the traditional way, but on this one you chose to use a different building product. And was this your first time building with Bondor?
Yeah. Look, to be affordable, you have to build it quick. You have to have a product that's efficient. We've got thermal efficiency here. We've got speed of putting up. This place went up in 6 months.
Wow.
What we did, we used solar span. One of the benefits of this, there's no frame, and we were able to span 8 metres with the roof panels, and that all happened within a couple of days. The whole roof went on. We had pre-finished panels that we could etch or have finished ColourBond colours on that, any colours of ColourBond. We decided to put some extra panelling on to soften it a bit, but you could have actually left it as is and textured it with a paint.
Nick, I'm blown away once again. Like, coming through that front door, it is not what I was expecting when I think of a rooming home. You've got these beautiful light, bright colours, timber floorboards, you've got a full kitchen as well, and then obviously this lovely outdoor area. Did you design it intentionally? Because it feels as though all the bedrooms are on the left-hand side of the property.
Yeah, we're very conscious of the north-facing aspect. Most of the rooms have north-facing light coming in their rooms. We've kept the colours in here bright enough to not have to put the lights on all the time. The colours, the floors, you'll notice everything's on a lighter side, outside a bit darker. But yeah, it's been thought out with all that in mind.
Well, I think it really, it's changed my understanding and my thought about what a rooming house is. I think what you're doing here is a fantastic thing. There is a housing crisis in Australia. We need more homes for people to live in. We need more affordable rent. And I think you've come up with a fantastic solution. So, mate, good luck with it, and I hope you build a lot more.
Thanks for coming.
Next up, Jessie is in Bentleigh East in Melbourne.
I'm so excited to check out this new contemporary masterpiece. I've been watching it under construction. It's big, it's bold, it's beautiful, and it's been completely blacked out. Brenton, I haven't been inside yet, but from the street, this place looks phenomenal. What was the vision behind the design with the facade?
So there's a couple of things we really wanted to incorporate into the design. One was the private front courtyard for the guest room downstairs, which is going to provide the guests their own independent access in and out of the house. And then the second thing was we wanted to maximise the windows to the facade and really get the most amount of natural light we could coming through upstairs.
We've got a lot of features out here. I love the exposed aggregate, which is black, but the floating steps are a real highlight with that feature lighting.
Yeah, so we've got some burnished concrete feature stairs with LED underlighting. We've thrown some feature lighting around the feature trees. So we've got the Senkaki maples, which are red bark throwing up on the black wall behind them. They look amazing of a night.
And is there more black inside?
There is. We've gone very striking and bold inside. So there's plenty of black, plenty of concrete, and continue the curves through from the front as well.
Well, if the internal looks anything like the front, I know I'm going to be blown away. So let's go and take a look. And mate, this master suite is the most phenomenal I've genuinely ever seen. Like, hand on heart, this would probably be the size of my house.
Yeah, when we were designing, my wife said that she really wanted to design for the person that is going to purchase the property, which is obviously the person that's going to live in the master suite. So we've made it as big and opulent as we possibly can.
Well, Brenton, I'm already blown away with the entrance and this upstairs. I can't wait to see what you've done out the back. Brenton, there are so many things to love about this space, from the polished concrete floors, the bar, the feature lighting, the blacked out kitchen, the curved timber battens. Was that always the vision for this home?
Yeah, look, very early on when we originally purchased the block, as a developer, we decided that there's a space in the market that a lot of developers don't play to. There's a lot of the neutrals and whites in the market, and we decided that we wanted to target the part of the market that doesn't get looked after, which is the really bold, striking, which is what made us go with all the dark features of the house.
The connection between the indoor living and the outdoor entertaining, I think, works really well. It almost feels like just another room and not necessarily an outdoor area.
Yeah, we've really focused on tying all the areas of the house together, and that was a key focus. So continuing the marble through to the alfresco kitchen area was really important.
Brenton, it's been an absolute pleasure. I love everything about this property. It's honestly like my dream home. The bold choices you made with the polished concrete, the black timber batten. So what else can we expect to see from Elation Group?
We've got another couple of really exciting projects coming up. One in particular that's going to be a very similar vibe to this. Hopefully we can get you through that one as well.
Well, mate, I can't wait to see what you're doing next. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, it's been great having you.
Up next, a special tour of House 5. And later, plenty of surprises in Adelaide. Next up, we're Bayside in Melbourne to see house number 5 from the block 2023. Roshan is here to meet Jessie on site.
Welcome to the block. We're standing in the front of Eliza and Liberty's home. Number 5 it was on the block, close to my heart because I was number 5 as well. But these two were the real underdogs. They've never done any building or renovation in their entire life. But hard to believe because they've come such a long way. The house overall is extremely impressive. I particularly love this front entrance. What do you think of the garden so far?
The first impressions are amazing. I mean, I'm a massive follower of the block, as you know. And walking up the driveway and looking at this place, stunning. It looks so natural. The materials are amazing. I can't wait to see inside.
Rosh, Eliza and Liberty have one of the biggest homes on the block. And when you're standing here now, huge dining, huge kitchen, massive living room, and also another second seating area. How do you feel about it?
Look, it literally does feel like everything is supersized. I mean, the first impressions walking in is, wow, so expansive, and then so much natural material. I mean, the flooring is beautiful. This bench top is massive. I absolutely love it.
I love the staircase at the entrance, that first impressions, fully wrapped in timber, those beautiful skylights just flooded with natural light.
So that staircase walking in for me was amazing. It's like walking into a lodge. Like I really just felt, I mean, at the snow, it does feel like it's the snow today as well, it's a little bit chilly, but this home is so warm once you walk in. Once again, it's those natural materials that just give it a nice cozy feel, and definitely an entertainer's house.
And that bathroom that they've done up there for the kids is absolutely, it's so fun and playful, the perfect kids' bathroom. Obviously with the terrazzo tiles from Beaumont, they've got those olive green, it almost looks like they're handmade tiles, and they just complement each other so well. It's a real reflection of Eliza and Liberty's personality, being fun and playful.
And then you walk down this beautiful staircase, and the first impression is, wow, so much space, it's absolutely expansive. It looks beautiful.
Well, they actually won kitchen room, one of the only wins that they had on the entire season on the block, and you can see why. A huge island bench, really nice concrete tone there as well, ties in well to the joinery. But I think, again, you see their personality come through with the choice of the orange appliances there. Gosh, I really love this outdoor area that Eliza and Liberty have built. I think the landscaping is beautiful and mature. That hedging, one of the only ones to do full hedging around, I think it really makes a difference out here. But I do love the zones. Obviously, we're sitting in the fire area now. Probably move it back a little bit so you don't get burnt, but there is the right amount of seating here. The pool's obviously the absolute feature of the entire backyard, smack bang in the middle, lovely amount of grass space, and then plenty of space for seating as well. You've got the bench table there, lovely sitting area, and then tucked around the corner is also another sitting area, which is protected from the weather.
I can really see how they've achieved their 7-star energy rating. Sat back here, you can see the expansive double glazing on the downstairs and the upstairs of the home. And that roof is purpose-built for solar power, Jesse. We could certainly fit at least a 20-kilowatt solar system on there. It looks amazing, and certainly the materials they've used adds to that sustainability.
Well, it's so great as well to see a show like The Block, which is so influential and changes the way people consume and use products, to put such a focus on sustainability, because I think it is going to encourage others to do the same.
Look, absolutely, it is inspirational. I mean, for the mass audience like ourselves, I mean, we love The Block, but just to be able to see what's possible in a renovation or a rebuild from a sustainability and energy efficiency perspective is absolutely fantastic.
Up next, we can reveal this home packed full of surprises. Now we can finally reveal this stunning home in Somerton Park in Adelaide. Dave is ready to go.
We're here in Adelaide to check out a house, and from what I hear, it's no ordinary house. It comes with a tunnel, a wine cellar, sunken down lounge room, secret doors, and that is just the start of it. I can't wait to check it out. Dan,
Hey,
how are
Dave.
you, mate?
Yeah.
Great to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm looking at this facade here. What would you call this style?
Well, it's funny you say that. Our designer said Gothic farmhouse. I've never heard that term before, but the more I think about it, the more it makes sense.
Obviously, the peaks here look like that farmhouse. You've got the stone, you've got pretty much everything going on there. But what else do you have inside?
Well, we've got some more black cladding, we've got some secret doors, we've got some sunken lounges, and we've got a few other really cool things we'd love to show you.
Well, you know what? Let's get out of the front yard. Let's go on the inside.
That's great. Let's do it.
a house.
Thank you.
Look at this. This is absolutely huge. Just looking at this sunken down area here, mate, in Melbourne, they put 2 units on this space. So, this Goliath of a kitchen, mate. This is the biggest kitchen I've ever seen, mate. Obviously, there's a lot of black in this house. Look, I love it. For some people, everyone just loves doing white, and white. This is a bit of a mixture here. The choice of doing all the black there, again, is this something that comes from your building design?
Every project's different, right? Each client wants something unique. And for this particular client, it was a moody, dark vibe.
Well, Dan, we've talked about downstairs, and I heard you saying before something about secret doors.
Absolutely. We've got some upstairs. I'll come and show you.
Let's go and have a look. Dan, for the first time ever, I've got no words, mate. I get it, it's Gothic. I've just come through a tunnel. The house is above, and I'm in this Gothic wine club cellar thing. Tell me about it.
They said, I want a big wine cellar. It has to look old school. It has to be a touch of modern, and I want a tunnel. So this is what we come up with. Took us 8 months to do the underground. A lot of tedious work, but once we had this underground room set up and the slab, it was all guns blazing.
I could find myself here hiding from my wife for 3 weeks easy and sitting down here with the boys.
Yes, myself included. Let's go back up to the living area and we'll go and look at the outdoor area. We've got a pizza oven there and some great landscaping, which I'm sure you'd appreciate.
Let's go and have a look.
Thank you.
Okay, Dan, now I've come out of the dungeon downstairs, mate, which is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, you've got a great building company. What's the name and how long have you guys been going for?
Adelaide Green Homes has been going for 6 years, but the whole company has been going for 12. Started the company with Rebecca, my business partner.
Now, I'm looking at this home now. You must have some sort of automation.
Yeah, well, one of our partners, Clipsal, our supplier for lighting, help us automate the homes. Coming back to the client's brief for this house, it was moody and Gothic, and lighting is a big part of that. With Clipsal's system, we can automate it so the lighting comes on and off how people live. You can set your mood in the iPad. You can set which lights are on and what times they come on. So that's been a huge part of driving the client's brief, but also them having that sustainability element.
So I think the future for Adelaide Green Homes is really exciting. I think sustainability is something that people are really starting to become more educated on now. And I think we're realising that energy efficient homes is really where we need to be at. We do an all-electric home, so we're moving into using solar power and using systems like the Wiser system so our homes can be smarter. So we basically can have our homes being more efficient and using less fossil fuels.
We've got Wiser through the whole house, which controls the blinds, the windows, the lighting and power. The clients have the ability to be able to turn on their lights before they get home at night, but also turn all lights off through automation as they leave the house as well.
Tell us about the build on this.
Yeah, so this was an interesting build. It was actually built along when we built the cellar, so the pool was sprayed up against the cellar. It took several months to build this component of the home, but I think once it came together with the sunken lounge and everything tied in with the light filtering in from the nighttime from the pool.
So you've got some really nice plans here. So is this something that you organise?
Yeah, so we do that in-house. Yeah, we like to offer that as a service to the clients because a lot of our clients are busy, they don't have time to organise it themselves, and it certainly finishes the home off. It doesn't look like a home until you've got the landscape.
Well, this one is a classic example of, the inside-out living, okay? And everything is absolutely huge. But I'm going to say to you, I don't know what your favourite part is, but my favourite part is the tunnel and the cellar.
I'd have to say, yeah. I've never done a tunnel like that or a cellar for another client, so it was definitely my favourite too.
Thanks for watching. We hope you found some inspiration looking through these incredible homes and gardens. We certainly have. For more on on the homes and behind the scenes, check out our Instagram and Facebook. See you next time for more Open Homes.